What the fuck? Something happened then. Sorry, I was getting really into that then. Drives back to Las Vegas Boulevard. As he's driving like a madman, who's obviously been shot in the head, or the bullets grazed his head. He turns around and he just has a flat tire. Now the cops respond straight away. They come on bikes, and Shug gets out of the car. Frank Alexander gets out of the car. They're trying to get Tupac out of the car. Shug's really upset, according to this police officer. Like, we need to get Pac out of the car because Pac's like not responding. Suge Knight said in one of the interviews that Tupac's joking with him, but I don't think. I think why Suge said that, I don't know. I think he's saying that just to make himself look tough, basically. You know, that makes sense a bit, doesn't it? So I don't think, after Tupac was shot, I think he was in critical condition straight away. So Suge Knight tries to open the car, can't do it. But he managed to, and Tupac is really like dying at this point, saying, I can't breathe. And according to a cop, his last words were, fuck you. Because the cop asked him, who did it? Who shot you? And Tupac's like, fuck you. And obviously, at the time, there's a road, the carriage house. There's a white Cadillac, turns right, then 200, 300 yards down the road, makes another right, down, I can't remember which road, Carson or something, and on the left, there's a carriage house hotel, and they stop that car, and they stashed a gun under the rear wheel, and this carriage house is right by the scene where Suge and Tupac stop on Las Vegas Boulevard, so they're watching the whole thing as the ambulances and the police are coming, and like Keith D's saying, "Oh fucking hell, that's shit funny as a motherfucker. Oh, that was funny as fuck. We didn't give a fuck." I mean, what can you say? But yeah, I mean, then everyone says Tupac woman interview says Tupac took off in a helicopter and went to Cuba or whatever. No, I don't think that's true. Tupac went to hospital, had his lung removed, and then tragically passed away. On September, what is it? 13th. Yeah, Friday the 13th. So that was a tragic loss, and that changed the whole thing. Death Row basically went under, and then this Death Row started killing each other after that. Now we get to Biggie. Right, I like Biggie. I really like Biggie, but I don't know. I don't understand why he went out to California under 6 months after Tupac's getting shot. And obviously people, a lot of people, like, because they're reading these magazines saying East versus West and are aware of the beef between Tupac and Biggie, a lot of people are thinking, yeah, Biggie's probably got something to do with this. And a lot of stories are coming out there saying Biggie's got something to do with this. So it's kind of really, it seems really arrogant of Biggie to go out to California. I don't know what he's thinking. I mean, it's like Tupac. I don't know what he was thinking when he hit Orlando. And it's like, why Biggie putting himself in danger like that? He's got a fucking double album coming out, Life After Death, which is a fucking classic. Yeah, he's promoting that album, but he should have not have gone out to California that early. Now, stories saying that Puffy was pressuring him to go out, according to his bodyguard, Eugene Deal. Whether it's true or not, it doesn't matter. Biggie still went out there, but he shouldn't have gone out there. And, you know, he was getting death threats. As soon as he was doing radio promotion, he did the video for Hypnotize, he was out there. And obviously, Suge Knight is pissed. And he thinks that Puffy's got something to do with it. Obviously, he knows, because after Tupac's death, there's a big war on the streets of Compton between the Mob Pyrus and the Southside Crips. So you know that Orlando and Keith D and all that are responsible for it. So there's a big fucking war that goes on for a month there. And Biggie comes out there straight after, but Biggie's getting death threats on the radio, and you know, you can see it on YouTube, the video, he's getting you can see him getting death threats on the radio and shit. And he makes a song called Long Kiss Goodnight, Now, if you listen to the lyrics of that song, that he records that after Tupac's death, and he does say things like, "Look what you made me do, blames through, my team in the marine blue, 6 cool, slugs missed you, I ain't mad at you," you know. And at the start of the song he says, "Till Little C's crippled me." Little C's, Biggie actually broke his leg and couldn't walk again, but that accident happened after Tupac's death. So that song was recorded after Tupac's death, and that what you made me do, bullet through, my team in the marine blues, referring to the Crips. So that's chilling, that song. So Biggie's taking the piss out of Tupac's death on that song, really. And I'm not taking any sides here, because it happened over 25 years ago, and I love both Tupac and Biggie. But there's different stories about Biggie's murder, and I can't. With Tupac's, it's kind of like obvious that it was Orlando or Dre that shot him. Whether Puffy was involved, I'm 50-50 about that. But basically, Biggie's killing was either Russell Pool's theory, which was very solid, I think. I'm not dismissing that theory, that Suge Knight did have LAPD officers working for him, that David Mack robbed a fucking bank later on in that year, and he was a blood before he was a cop. He was a straight fucking blood. And he was actually seen that night at the Peterson Museum when Biggie had that big party, and the fire department had to shut it down because the club got too packed or something. So Biggie got in his car, got off, and then the story of Eugene Deal seeing that guy, that Nation of Islam guy. Now, he walks towards him, and then Eugene Deal shows him his gun because he thinks he's walking towards to shoot Biggie, and this is just before Biggie gets shot. So Puffy ends up getting on the road. They're at Fairfax, Wiltshire. Puffy runs the red light. I think Eugene Deal tells him to or something. I don't know why that happened. Kind of Puffy as well. I mean, think about it. Puffy had a lot to gain by Biggie's death. Money wise, think about how much money Puffy would make off Biggie. But that's just a theory. That's there's no truth to that theory, really. I mean, he might have sacrificed Biggie, because I think Suge Knight probably wanted to kill Puffy, but settled for Biggie, probably. I think definitely that Suge Knight was definitely involved. That's all I can say. Suge Knight was definitely involved somewhere or another. But whether it was that Nation of Islam guy, Amir Muhammad, and David Mack and Perez were on the radios, and that black sedan came past, and Amir Muhammad shot Biggie. I mean, I think 6 shots went in, and 3 hit Big, and I think Biggie died straight away on the spot. Obviously, there's another theory that Poochie, a guy called Poochie, Wardell Poochie, did it, one of Suge Knight's mob Pyru Bloods. The problem is with that one is why I can't be concrete, as I'm with like Orlando doing Tupac. There was no gossip on the streets that, oh, Poochie killed Biggie, or I never heard of it. Like there's no evidence, and because that Officer Greg Caden did that bullshit letter, April Fool's Day letter to that woman. Cops do that all the time, beat confessions out of you and get confessions just because they want a fucking result. And think about it, Biggie's mum was suing the LAPD for millions, could have fucked up the whole city. LAPD would be in shambles. So they wanted to solve that case, so they'll do it by any means necessary. They happened to come across the Tupac one, which I think they solved, the Tupac case. But the Biggie one, I'm not too sure. I mean, I'm not ruling it out. I'm not saying that Poochie didn't do it. But I'm still open to that theory of David Mack, Rafael Perez, and Amir Mohammed shooting Biggie. So that's always gonna. I don't know if we're ever gonna get to the bottom of that. But Biggie's one is still a mystery. We don't know who killed Biggie. Well, that's kind of like the way the book. They're highlights of the book. There's so many other stories in the book. It's a must read. There's so many stories. I could go on all fucking day about all the stories there are in that book. About all the altercations, all the songs, the music, everything. They go on about everything. The way the money was, the afterwards, the way Suge Knight's Bloods. Suge went to jail, obviously, and Death Row fell apart, and Suge Knight's Mob Pyre Bloods started killing each other, and obviously Suge is in jail now because he ran over somebody. You know, Suge never really learned his lesson. Basically, Suge just, you know, continued being Suge. He probably declined after he got out of jail. He probably declined, and he had less power. I think sources say that he was sniffing a lot of coke and shit like that. So, you know, it's kind of a fucked up story, but it's very interesting, and it's a must read for any music fan. No, you don't have to be into rap to read this book. It's such a classic, and this is definitely a 5-star book. It explains a lot of it. I mean, all of it. I mean, I know it's just a commercial side. There was thousands of other rappers doing the thing at that time. But it's really a great book, so I recommend it. And hopefully I can come back and get some views. Maybe I'll get no views. I'll be the only one who views this. I don't fucking know. I'm trying to act as normal as I can for this. Anyway, that's it. I know it was a bit long, but that was just scratching the surface of it. But that's it. Next book I review probably be The Power of Now. I'll try and get this YouTube studio thing started. Anyway, stay present, stay calm, stay aware, and fuck off.